Hey guys, how's everybody doing? Well, I've been having a lot of people approach me on Facebook and ask me to come and speak in their town or their city or just several different places, and I would be glad to come to you guys, but the thing is I have to be invited to come by your church or a place that I can come and speak at for several people. So if you're wanting me to come there, you might want to mention it to your church or wherever I am to speak, and I may be able to come. Of course, you know, anything that I do I will pray about first, so don't be offended if I say I have to pray about it first, because it's very important to go to the Lord for all my decisions, especially big decisions like that. Anyway, so feel free to go ahead and contact me on my email, which, you know, I've posted a couple times. I'll go ahead and post it again, and you can email me, and then maybe we can make arrangements. But what I really am here to talk about today is hurdles in our life. I remember as a kid, I used to run track, and I did hurdles. And this one time I remember we got the coolest little pavement, and it was that pavement that was kind of soft and it gave a little bit. And I just thought, you know, that can't really hurt if you fall on it. You know, you're thinking it's not concrete, but it wasn't all molded together at that time yet because they had just laid it. So we were practicing that night, and I remember as soon as I jumped over this hurdle, my foot caught this hurdle and I fell. And man, my knee hit the pavement, and my elbow hit that pavement, and I was all kinds of scratched up. And I remember how bad that hurt. It hurt so bad. I did not want to jump another hurdle that day. And it just kind of turned me off of jumping hurdles for that day, at least. But I do remember that I went back and I started jumping hurdles again later, you know, after, you know, the next practice or whatever. I was over the initial hurt that hurdle had hurt me. Well, this is kind of something that we can apply in our life, because if I had given up on jumping those hurdles, I would have never been able to cross the line to victory. Now, am I saying I was the best hurdle jumper? Absolutely not. I probably was the worst. But I still didn't give up. And you know, when you pass that line and you find victory at the end of the line, after you jump these hurdles and you failed and you've fallen and you've hurt yourself, but you have to get up and you have to dust yourself off and remember that, you know, just because you fell once doesn't mean you're gonna fall the same way twice. It won't happen twice in a row, you know. And a lot of us live in fear that the same problems are gonna reoccur over and over in our lives. But the same problems will not reoccur in our lives unless we allow them to reoccur. But the thing is like, every situation is different. So don't be afraid that a hurdle that you fell on years ago is going to be a hurdle that you'll fall on today. You know, because if we don't get back up and we don't keep trying and pushing and going forward in our lives, then we're just giving up. And you know, well, I hate to say it, but nobody likes a quitter. You know, God doesn't want us to quit. I'm not a quitter. I've been through a lot in my life, and I'm tell you, every single time that I fell, I got back up. Every time somebody did something to me that was mean or hurt me in a certain way, I got back up. And that's what we need to do in our lives. We need to be like the little punching bag. Unfortunately, sometimes there are things that people will hit us and we'll bounce down and we'll come right back up. But the thing is we always come right back up. Why do we keep coming back up? Because God keeps picking us up. God is not going to let you fall and stay down here. He's going to let you bounce back up, or he's going to keep telling you, keep trucking, keep going, keep jumping those hurdles, because you know what, he's right by your side as you're doing it. And you don't have to fear these other things. Fear is not of God. God does not tell you to fear. That is of the devil. So remember, just keep your head straight and remember that you can jump as many hurdles in your life that are hurled at you, But you have to have God by yourself to continue to get by your side to continue to just keep getting back up, because no matter how many times somebody tries to put you down, you can stand right back up with Christ by. And God will not let us fail. And if you have him by your side, remember that he will always be there. You don't need other people to tell you what you're worth, because God will tell you what you're worth. And he'll tell you to continue to move forward. Keep going, keep going, keep going, no matter how hard it seems. If you cry your eyes out all night long, but joy will come in the morning, God will bring you joy. Just pray about your joy. Pray about, continuing in your lifestyle, because sometimes not the lifestyle that you live, the lifestyle that the Lord wants you to live. It's really hard sometimes to put down things that we've done for many, many years, and we didn't realize that they were sin. But when you finally pass that hurdle, there's victory on the other side. And you don't have to worry about judgment and all that if you just eliminate it completely from your life. Get rid of it. I promise you, ever since, I've gotten rid of these things and these people that have put me down my whole entire life, the Lord has told me put them to the side. And as soon as I did that, the thing is my life has become so much easier, because I didn't have somebody poking fun at me, poking these negative things at me, telling me that I can't do what God told me I could. I hope you have a blessed day. Lots of love. Okay, so strangely enough, I was just making that video about hurdles in our lives and etc., and I come upon this piece of land. Do you see all the trash and the debris standing back here? Well, this is kind of what I was talking about in a simple way. I was talking more like the people of the debris in your life. But really, this kind of symbolizes, if you picked up all this debris and you just cut the grass and you took care of this land right here, right now, you see there's beautiful flowers that want to grow everywhere. And how can they grow? How can they continue to grow with all this debris going on? And this is what I was talking about when I removed the people from my life and the things from my life that were bad. When this debris is gone, this land will be beautiful. But since this debris is here, this land is contaminated. So that's kind of like our hearts and our souls and the people in our hearts and our souls. If we clean out the debris and all the junk, then that land or that person will be beautiful.